I'm here at TiEcon 2012 with Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit about Yack, your company.
So what we've done at Yack is develop video indexing software. And what it does is it uses speech recognition and then natural language processing to generate time-coded topics, which we then rank by relevance, frequency, and essentially develop and generate this really rich and deep metadata for any kind of audio-video content on the internet. And what can you do with this? Like, what's it good for? I mean, the thing is that you have a whole bunch of applications, around that, like contextual advertising, SEO, search, discovery.
Well, I don't really understand. So if a person, how do they use this? Like, how are they, is it on a phone? Is it on the internet? Like, what is it exactly?
So let's say you were a consumer watching a YouTube video.
Right.
And our customer in that sense would be an entity like YouTube. And what would then happen is, as you start watching those videos, you have the ability to deliver highly contextualized advertising based on, if let's say the user is watching a video about electric cars, we'll end up delivering ads for a Tesla Roadster.
Oh, okay.
Instead of something about a mortgage at that point, right? So the thing is that that's very relevant. So that's an example of contextual advertising. The other thing would be that once you have all of this really rich metadata, even video search becomes that much more precise. Or you can promote as a video publisher, or a content creator, you can promote your content that much better across and allow Google crawlers to pick up the content and essentially generate more traffic coming to your website in the process. That's one kind of application. Then you can have Amazon-like discovery features, like those. If you're watching a certain video, it says people that enjoyed this video would
like this one instead.
And then there's that, and then what we call navigation, where if you have long form content, like let's just say it's an hour-long sports program, and they're talking about 15 hockey teams, and you only care about this one team, and that occurs, you look at the little side panel, it's time-coded by the minute, and it says, oh, I'm only interested in that one team, it occurs at minute 46. You can just fast forward the first 40 minutes of the program and get to that. So that this gives the user it's so much more usable. It makes video...
And it kind of just applies to you personally, and you don't have to go through things that you don't want to see, and it's just kind of like what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And it's incredibly low cost.
Oh, okay.
The thing is that we literally, I mean, if you try to achieve this through human transcription, even at offshore rates, you're talking about a minute or, $1 or $2, per minute of audio or video. I mean, we have an artificially intelligent machine that's doing this. So we start at cost points that are like an order of magnitude lower, like 10 cents a minute to sell these topics to video publishers, or we go down to like 1 cent a minute on a pay-per-view basis, on a transactional basis, or we completely invert the revenue model and we actually pay the publisher. We give them the metadata for free, and then this sounds too good to be true, but the way it works is we actually pay the publisher through, if they don't mind, if it's not too intrusive into their business model, that we serve advertising. We have a whole speech to ads service, and we actually serve ads into their user experience, and we actually pay them a cut. That means we keep a revenue share, they get a rev share, and so
it's like a win-win situation.
It's exactly. I think it's great, obviously, because that's that's what I'm up to.
Yeah, no, that's good. Where do you see this going in the long run? Like, how are you going to expand this? What are your thoughts?
So I think this essentially has the potential to revolutionize and monetize video and make it more usable in a massive way over the next decade, like it's never been before. And the other thing you can do with that is even revolutionize the world of video advertising. So far we've been discussing video content, but video advertising on the web is also another thing that's becoming huge. And at this point, video advertising is not highly contextualized in the sense that it's not like, the example I gave you, for example, if Bill Clinton's talking to Wolf Blitzer about his health and how he became a vegan and he's improving his heart health and so on, I mean, you don't want to serve up an ad for a Tesla Roadster at that point.
Yeah, no, that's what I noticed too. When you go on YouTube and you're watching something, it's something random, and you're like, you don't even.
And we can so exactly. So if we can generate metadata on the video content, we can likewise generate the same kind of metadata on a video advertisement and make that highly related to the content itself. So you have intelligence on both sides. Now you have metadata on the content, you have metadata on the video ad. You match them up, and you make it that much more, basically, interesting from a user's standpoint. So that's what it's all about.